Good afternoon and welcome to Denver, Colorado and the American Legion Region 8 tournament at the Regency Athletic Complex on the campus of the Metropolitan State University. Mike Ray along with Warren Ray and Nick Arcio. Good to have you along. You know, the tournament started with 8 teams, and of course, the casualties have started to mount here over the last couple of days with Utah, New Mexico, Greeley, Rocky Mountain being eliminated. 3 teams have 1 loss coming into today, and of course, the only undefeated team is Las Vegas Aces. And of course, this is the 2 semifinal games that you will see here this afternoon from Denver. 2 more will be eliminated today, with 2 remain standing for the championship Sunday. Of course, this is the big elimination day when it really gets tight. And the winners will head to Shelby to face 7 other regional winners. Of course, 8 regions have been playing all this past week, of course, for the big prize at the World Series. This afternoon, we feature League City, Texas, who, along with Petaluma, California, come in at 2-1 in the tournament. Keep in mind, it is a double elimination, so what that means is any of these teams will be there potentially tomorrow to play for the championship. League City lost yesterday to Las Vegas, who put up 12 runs and 11 hits in a huge pitching performance, which was outstanding. Petaluma, California also defeated Rocky Mountain in the noon game, and it was 14-0. Cal up to yesterday had close ball games and low scoring games, but caught on fire both pitching and hitting wise. So the winner of today's game will advance to Championship Sunday to face the winner of tonight's game of Las Vegas and Arizona. Squaring off, that should get underway at 7 o'clock, which we will be covering here on Rad Sports. League City, Texas comes in today after an impressive victory over Rocky Mountain with really a complete game performance. Texas started out early, scoring runs in the first inning with effective pitching and fielding and making big plays with the bat and in the field, and prevented the Lobos from getting into big rally modes, which they're really famous for. And of course, winning opening day to set the table for today. Best words to describe League City is spirited and competitive, and look for them to have a short memory, of course, coming into today's game after that tough battle last night. Look for the Texans to extend innings offensively and show a baseball IQ in the field. Both teams are known for a powerful offense, which they've already demonstrated, that usually kicks in sometimes in the 3rd inning, and sometimes they come out firing, as we have seen in the last couple of days. Potentially, we could see some long balls going out of the park today. Of course, the temperatures are in the low 90s, and of course, both teams have a lot of baseball IQ. Both teams, of course, very powerful, and of course, watch for them to try to get the advantage early by putting pressure on the starting pitchers. Pitching, speaking of that, will be the key to victory for both teams, who will need to mix locations and keep the ball down. As we have seen, once it gets up above the thighs and into the waist belt, that's when balls started to fly. Both teams can be streaky and can take advantage of errors and turn them into scoring opportunity. Consistency in the field and keeping errant throws down will be the important keys to victory. So it's League City that's going to be the away team technically. Jonathan McKay starting it off, number 12, followed by Joe Villarreal. And then it's Garrett Poston. Good to have you along here from Denver. It's Region 8 baseball. Second pitch hit to the first baseman, and quickly there's 1 out. We heard, and I say this laughingly, of course, that both League City, there was a Voodoo Donut sighting last night. Both League City as well as Las Vegas really hit the streets of Colfax and walked back with boxes of Voodoo Donuts. First pitch to Villarreal, who's playing second base, is in the turf. Count goes to 1 ball and no strikes. Beautiful day, of course. This is game 1. It's the 3 o'clock game, followed by the 7 o'clock game tonight here on Rad Sports. Hit to the shortstop in the hole, will come up firing. Will it be in time? And pulled the first baseman off. So with 1 out, League City has a runner on board in Villarreal. So it's Garrett Poston, the shortstop, followed by Josh Blankenship. So a good opportunity here for League City to get it going early. That's what they want to do, of course, forgetting what happened last night. Really, you think about what happened, there was a very good pitching performance by League City. Las Vegas just happened to be hitting. First pitch is taken low for ball one. Runner on first, there's one out. We're in the top half of the first inning. Good to have you along from Denver. Missing outside, count goes to 2-0. In the field for Petaluma, California, Joe Lampe at shortstop. Porter Slate, the second baseman. Logan Douglas at third. Nick Andrakin at first base. Bradley Smith in right field. Kempton Brandis at center field. Oscar McCauley catching. Chris LaFour at left field, and Travis Morgan, the pitcher. Next pitch, painting the black. Count goes to 3-1 strike. So Travis Morgan getting the first out, of course, hit into the hole for a base hit. And you can see the infield will be looking double play. Petaluma doing a terrific job yesterday of exploding with 14 runs and not allowing one run at all against Fort Collins, which is hard to do. That's a very good hitting team there. Hit up the middle, looks like a double play. There's the flip. Let's see if they can get it. There's the stretch, and they get the double play. So a good start here for Petaluma on a ground out and a double play. And after half an inning in the books, no score here from Denver. Bottom of the first inning, and it's Petaluma coming to the plate. Shortstop Joe Lampe going to start it off, followed by Porter Slate, and then it's Logan Douglas, the third baseman. First pitch taken for a ball, and it's now 1-0. So really the key, is we painted the picture earlier, is pitching. That's really the old adage, and it's so true, especially when you get into advanced leagues like this. Good pitching does beat good hitting. Next pitch taken for a strike. 1-1 strike. On the mound for League City, delivering strike two, it's now 1-2, is Tyler Zarella. In the field, Jonathan McKay at center field, Joe Villarreal at second base. Swung on and missed for strike three, and there's one down. Garrett Poston at shortstop. Josh Blankenship, who earlier caught a game and now again playing third base for the second day. Drew Shaver in right field. Alec Lamar playing first base. Leo Lopez caught a good game yesterday, catching. And, of course, Brandon Allen in left field and Tyler Zarella on the mound. Hit to left field. Going back to the track. Not able to draw it in. It's going to be a double to lead, actually, for Porter Slate. And a great opportunity here for Petaluma. So Logan Douglas with one out, a great opportunity here for Petaluma. Base hit with the speed on the base pads in Slate. Could be trouble. That's up the middle. Coming across the diamond. There's the throw and the tag, and they get him out. But the runner advances, and now there's two down. Got some shout-outs today. We're going to do some initially to start off with Petaluma. And we want to say hello to Pete Dardis, who is watching today on Rad Sports. Pete, we're glad that you're able to watch. A little bit high. Count goes to 1-0. Garrett Poston in the cleanup spot. Poston, of course, playing shortstop. Check that. It's Nick Andrakin, sorry, who's playing first base. Count goes to 2-0. Swung on and missed for a strike. Painting the black. Zarella trying to tease the batters, trying to prevent Petaluma from scoring here. Clearly a base hit will do it. 2-1 pitch missing outside. Count goes to 3-1. So over the last couple of days, pitching performances have made a huge difference. Fort Collins had trouble pitching yesterday as well. Next pitch fouled away. Count goes to 3-2, full count. 91 degrees here in Denver today. Of course, the evening game should be dipping down into the 70s. That starts at 7 o'clock. But as they say, there can only be one, and one of these teams would love to play tomorrow. Base hit and run score for Petaluma. So Andrakin pulling the curveball, getting a base hit, and there's one run here for Petaluma. So Mayhedrin stepping to the plate. Shift is on in right field. First pitch fouled away. Count goes to 0-1. So Zarella getting touched up early so far in the ball game. 2 hits for Petaluma and 1 for League City. 2 outs, 1 run is in, runner at first. Next pitch by Zarella, going to be a little bit high. Count evens, actually it goes to 1-2. So if you're in the Denver area, plenty of time. We're just underway here. This is the first inning. First blood by Petaluma, California. Next pitch going to be a little bit low for a ball. Hendren is the number 5 hitter. Looking at a high pitch. It looked like he took something off of it. Count goes to 3-1. So how important, we keep saying, is not only his location, but the height of the ball. You want to do more like a Greg Maddux style and try to get ground outs. Waved at for strike 2. Count goes full with 2 outs. Good to have you along here from Denver. This is the semifinal day, of course, Championship Sunday, tomorrow at noon. Runner back in time. Of course, I'm very familiar with California. I was raised in Santa Barbara. No Petaluma, good air, beautiful area. 3-2 pitch, runner goes, going to left field, ranging back and making the catch for the final out. But one run is in on 2 hits for Petaluma, and it's score after 1 in the books. It's 1-0, California. Top half of the second inning. Good to have you along here in Denver, Region A Tournament Baseball. Semi-final day. Wow, there can only be one. We'll find out who that one is after the game tomorrow. First pitch, missing inside and low. Count goes to 1-0. So for League City, it's Josh Blankenship stepping to the plate. First time at bat. Hits a hot shot to the hole, deep, literally in left field. Let's see if they get him. And they get him for the first out. So very well played. There's a little bit of baseball IQ that we talked about. Literally in short left field, the shortstop for Petaluma, meaning Joe Lampe, making a beautiful throw to get the first out. Shaver fouls the first pitch away, and it's 0-1. Top half of the second inning. Good to have you along. 91 degrees here in Denver. For some of you that are in Texas, you're thinking, oh, that's an easy drop in the bucket for us. You're used to being in the hundreds this time of the year. 0-1 pitch, missing inside. Count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. That's hit deep. That's going down the left field line. This is going to be trouble. And it's fair, and it should go. It looks like a ground rule double on the bounce. So a 1-out double here for League City. How important is that to answer back? Drew Shaver sending that one deep right into Coffin corner and safely at second base. Cordell Brooks Dupla stepping to the plate. Top half of the second inning, Texas now threatening with 1 out. Dupla, good contact hitter. Very quick. And it looks like they caught the runner off guard. So losing an opportunity here is League City, so there is going to be 2 outs. So potentially a missed scoring opportunity here by League City. Fouled away. Count goes to 0-1 to Dupla. Followed by Alec Lamar. So far in the ballgame coming into this inning, Travis Morgan, before entering into the second inning, had only 9 pitches. That'll tell you how effective it was. Of course, getting double plays really does help. 0-1 pitch, popped up. Second baseman going into short right field makes the catch for the final out. So a missed opportunity here for League City in the top half of the second. We're 1.5 in, 1-0 California. So it's going to be Radley Smith to lead off the bottom of the second. Good to have you here from Denver. We've decided not to go commercials here in this ball game. We'll just give you the real live and raw experience. Missing, count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. Tyler Zarella so far in the ball game with 21 pitches. Sets and delivers, sweaved at for a strike, and the count goes to 2-1. Mike Ray, Warren Ray, and Nick Arcio bringing it to you. Good to have you along. Region 8 Tournament Baseball. It's 1-0 California. Hit down and a hot shot to the first baseman, making a beautiful stab. That was Alec Lamar, and there is quickly 1 out. Got a shout out going to Petaluma. Glad to do it. Want to say a special hello to Mike and Draken. I'm glad you're watching here on Rad Sports today. First pitch taken wide. Count goes to 0-1. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. That's hit deep. This could be trouble going down the right field line. If it's fair, it's off the wall. So Kempton Brandis with a stand-up double, and California in business once again.
Catcher number 8, Cam Downey.
So it's going to be Cam Downing stepping to the plate here for Petaluma. Oscar McCauley, we believe, was going to start the game, but we understand was ill. So now it's Cam Downing stepping in. Opportunity here for Petaluma. Next pitch fouled away. Count goes to 0-2. So both teams hitting rather loud as far as hitting down in the corners. So far, advantage to Petaluma with 3 hits in the ball game. And of course, 1 run is in, and they're threatening with 1 out. Fouled away. Count stays at 0-2. So with the speed on the base paths in Brandis, of course, very tough if you get a base hit to try to throw them out. Of course, if you sprayed up the gap, it's an automatic run for Petaluma. It's going to be hit to the second baseman. Got the easy play at first, and there's 2 outs. Runner advances to third. So as we saw in the last inning, a 2-out single scored the run for Petaluma. Of course, this is a team that put up 14 runs yesterday. And really what we're seeing is kind of a trend here. A lot of the teams that are surviving really are starting to wake up since yesterday, kind of getting used to Denver and really used to the stage here, getting comfortable and starting to put up some big numbers. First pitch is taken for a ball, and it's 1-0. So Chris LaFour, the left fielder, and then potentially Travis Morgan. Fouled away. Count goes even at 1-1. 2 outs, runner at third. 1 run is in here for Petaluma, looking to add another one here. Bottom half of the second inning. Good to have you along. Zarella pitches low and in the turf. Count goes to 2-1. As we painted the picture for the Petaluma, California fans, this is an all-turf, unnatural field. Zarella missing outside. Count goes to 3-1. So what that means is when you hit one in the corner or up the gap, it really skips or even jumps. If you're in the infield, the ball obviously goes a lot faster. If you're a catcher, like you just saw, blocking that, you have to react a lot quicker because of the bounce on the turf. And when you have a heated field like it is here in a concrete jungle in Denver, the heat is even hotter. It's probably a little over 100 degrees on the field. So it's a 2-out walk. Runners are at the corners. Great opportunity here to put more pressure on in Petaluma. Joe Lampe, the last time, stepped to the plate, struck out. First pitch by Zarella, missing outside. Count goes to 2-0. First game of the semifinals here on Rad Sports. Next pitch taken at the knees. Good location, 2-1. So as we saw with League City yesterday, really took about an inning for Halfland to really get into the groove, and then was really outstanding. That's hit down the right field line. That should be foul, but you can see Lampe and the rest of Petaluma really have some quick bats, pulling them in the corners. That tells you they're seeing the ball very well here this afternoon. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, spin at the corners. Play is on. You can see the catcher giving the signal here for League City, meaning Leo Lopez. 1-2 pitch, and that's whacked down the right field line. That's going to be a base hit, maybe 2. 1 run will score. Runner advances to second, and now there's runners at second and third, and it's a 2-0 ball game. Petaluma. So some nifty hitting by Petaluma. Ball was up a little bit in the strike zone and just pulled it down the right field line. And just as we described it, good timing. Thank you for making us look good. You can see how fast that ball moves. I call it the coffin corner because of the design of this field. Strike to Porter Slate, painting the black. Count goes to 0-1. So Zarella getting touched up now. 4 hits in the ball game here for California. It's going to be a 2-hopper to the second baseman. Makes the throw, and that's the final out. But 1 run is in, and some nifty hitting by Petaluma. And the score after 2 in the books, it's 2-0 California. Top half of the third inning. Good to have you along here from Denver. Semifinals, Region 8 baseball. Regency Athletic Complex at the Metropolitan State University in Denver. Beautiful location. Very, very scenic. So many sports complexes literally right around the corner that you can see from this complex. Alec Lamar getting to the shortstop with 1 pitch, and there's 1 out. So really, you look at what League City is doing. They're making contact, but they're hitting at 2 players early in this ball game. Leo Lopez, the catcher, stepping to the plate. There's 1 out. Travis Morgan doing a good job of keeping the ball down. Another ground ball to the third baseman, comes up firing, and there's 2 outs. So that tells you a lot about the control here of Travis Morgan here this afternoon. Really a page from Greg Maddox, of course, from the Atlanta Braves, known as the professor and known for a lot of ground outs and nipping corners for strikeouts. Morgan delivers inside. This time count goes to 1-0. A little bit low, missing. Count goes to 2-0. So Brandon Allen, who did a good job coming in and pitching last evening, now playing left field here this afternoon, looking to get it going. That's hit to left field, and it is very high. Left fielder coming in and drops the ball off the heel of his glove. And you could see fighting that high sky, it is tough sometimes when you've got a high blue sky and the sun. Really, the location of it right now is kind of tough for some of those outfielders, especially in left field. So a drop ball, and it's 2 outs and a runner at first here for League City, Texas. Jonathan McKay, the leadoff hitter, grounded out last time that he was to the plate. McKay, of course, a very good hitter. Paints the black, and it's 0-1. McKay very quick and can spray the gaps. We've seen him do it in this tournament. McKay, this is the second year that we've seen him here in Denver. 2 runs are in, 4 hits. Whacked down the right field line. This could go double. McKay is heading to second. You can see the afterburners. And they're going to hold the runners at second and third with 2 outs. We expected this from League City. This is a team that can hit very well. And they can explode, and they are very competitive. So it's 2 outs, runners at second and third. We'll see if that drop ball in left field ends up producing a run here for League City. So Zarella, who thought he was out of the inning, first pitch is popped up, but that's going to be out of play. Count goes to 0-1. Joe Villarreal, of course, we had a chance to talk with him the other night. Really enjoy, that's one of the pleasures, is talking to these players. Really very humble, and it's just fun to see the excitement that they enjoy being here. Curveball, catching him at the knees on the inside corner. Count goes to 0-2. So Morgan showing some nifty pitching now, challenging the batter with that curveball. Dropping right off the table. Fastball, cued foul. Count goes to where remains at 0-2. You can watch a rewind of this, and it's absolutely free. We never charge for watching our webcasts. And you can go back and watch this as much as you like. We're going to be posting it on our Facebook site. We'll tell you more in a minute. Slider fouled away. They're going to get the runner caught off guard on the foul tip. And they get him for the final out. So that foul tip ended up hurting. The catcher was right there. And you can see the play to get the out and preventing a run from scoring from League City. So after 2.5 in the books, 2-0 California. Bottom half of the third inning. Good to have you along here from Denver. It's going to be Petaluma, California. And Logan Douglas stepping to the plate. First pitch taken low for a ball. And it's 1-0. So some good IQ displayed by California. Being able to catch the runner at third off guard. And of course, you saw the play producing the out and stopping a potential run-scoring inning. Good to have you along from Denver. This is the semifinal game. Of course, the winner tomorrow goes to the championship. Next pitch is hit to center field. Center fielder goes back about 8 steps, makes the catch for the first down. So it's Nick Andraken stepping to the plate. We thought we'd say a special hello to Nancy Lampy, who's watching this afternoon from Petaluma. Good to have you watching. First pitch taken high for a ball, and it's now 1-0. Zarella gets the fastball in there, gets it fouled away. Blankenship battling here. Count goes to 1-1. Blankenship, of course, very good catcher, and you can see a very good third baseman, has a very strong arm no matter where he plays. 1-1 pitch. Inside, missing. Count goes to 2-1. Trying to tease him was Zarella. Zarella coming into this inning with 40 pitches. Of course, as we mentioned yesterday in the webcast, literally next pitch hitting the outside corner. Evens it up at 2-2. But we're told that pitchers are only allowed 105 pitches, and pretty much that does it for most of the week. They need rest. Fouled away. Count still remains at 2-2. There's one out. We're in the bottom half of the third inning. 2-0, Petaluma, California. Zarella, 2-2 pitch, missing outside. Count goes full. One of the things that we've painted the picture about with a lot of these teams is their ability to extend the inning or extend the at-bats. 3-2 pitch, and he walks him. So if you're having an off day, a semi-off day, when you have these teams, especially when you get into the semifinals, really they are such good selective hitters that the count gets extended because they're not going after pitches maybe during the regular league and some of the teams that you play would swing at. So there's one out, runner on first here for California, threatening again in the bottom half of the third inning. First pitch by Zarella missing, count goes to 1-0. So Mahendran, the designated hitter, stepping to the plate. Number 5 spot in the lineup, fouled away. Count evens at 1-1. Mike Ray, Warren Ray, and Nick Arcia stepping in this afternoon, helping us out. Part of the SLA, Sons of American Legion, of course, serving and helping a lot of the veterans. Amazing what American Legion does. Waved at on the changeup. Count goes to 1-2. So breeze starting to set in here a little bit, helps the effort a little bit for both the fans and the players. Of course, moments ago it was 91 degrees. By game time tonight, we'll be comfortably in the 70s. There goes the runner. Fouled away. Count still remains at 1-2. We'll have to wind it up and start it all over again. So far in the ball game, 4 hits and 2 runs. For Petaluma, and for League City, 2 hits and no runs. You think about what Las Vegas has been doing. Waved at for a strike, and he strikes him out. So some good pitching by Zarella, much needed, and quickly 2 down. Bradley Smith, the right fielder, stepping to the plate. Last time he lined out. So a much-needed strikeout here for Zarella. You do not want to allow California, who put up 14 yesterday, to really get into that zone as far as scoring and really into a rhythm. First pitch taken for a strike, and it's 0-1. So Tyler really starting to get into a rhythm himself here for League City. This is Again, when you're playing on a big stage, there goes the runner. Good jump. It's going to be hit to the shortstop. Going to go across the diamond and gets the third out. So after 3 in the books, score still remains 2-0, California on top. Top half of the 4th inning. Good to have you along from Denver. Semifinal game, Region 8 tournament. Villarreal to lead it off here for League City. Clearly in this ball game is League City. This is a team that can really rally quickly. And you look at what Petaluma is doing defensively. Popped up, shortstop playing in short left. Makes the catch for the first out. I was about to elude that both the shortstop and the second baseman playing in short left and right field. So they get it basically when you have the big hops like this and how quickly it gets there, it gives them an extra half a second to a second to react. So good baseball IQ being shown here this afternoon by California. 1 ball and no strikes so far in the ball game. Travis Morgan with 29 pitches, missing or actually catching the outside corner. Count goes to 1-1. Special shout out to Nick Lampy, a St. Louis Cardinals fan, fouled away, also known as Mimo. So we wanted to say hello to Nick Lampy out of Petaluma. Hope you're enjoying it, Mimo. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. That's hit. That's going to be a base hit. So you could see the shift was on, and it actually ended up hurting California on that. And there's a base hit with 1 out.
Batting number 16, the third baseman, Josh Blankenship.
Josh Blankenship, of course, very quick bat. Can send one out of here and tie this one up. So you got to be careful with Josh. Josh in the number 4 spot. One of the power hitters of this team. Morgan delivering low for a ball, and it's now 1-0. Mike Ray, Nick Arcio, and Warren Ray bringing it to you here from Metropolitan State University in Denver. A little bit low and in the turf. Count goes to 2-0. Really a tip of the cap, as they say, to the staff here at Metropolitan State University. Treated very, very well. Of course, here making sure things are opened early and providing just what we need at the right times. That's hit deep. Racing back, going to go up. That's going to be a double, a ground rule double. So an opportunity here for League City with 1 out, runners at second and third. So a big hit by Josh Blankenship, and it's going to be Drew Shaver stepping to the plate. Drew Shaver, and on deck will be Cordell Brooks Dupla. So a fly ball could scratch one over here for League City. That ball up just a little bit, and paying the price was Morgan with that double. That thing was moving quick again with the low 90s temperature. Balls, potentially, we could see some balls flying out of here today. No rain in the forecast, of course, as we painted the picture just a few days ago. Hit down the left field line foul and sharply. So Shaver displaying his quick bat. Count evens at 1-1. Potentially, you think about the way these two teams, as they get used to the pitchers, the starting pitchers, this could be a high-scoring event as well. 4 hits apiece for the two teams. Fouled away down the right field line. Count goes to 1-2. Both Morgan and Zarella do have good breaking balls. Would not be surprised if we see Morgan try to tease him here with 1-2 counts. See what kind of baseball IQ. You can see again playing in short field is both the shortstop and the second baseman. Usually you tend to play up a little bit, but a little bit different strategy here to keep the ball in front of them. Of course, Petaluma in their navy blue and powder blue trim and whites, and League City in their red, blue, and whites. Wearing it, so now the bases are loaded and potential big inning here for League City. Cordell Brooks Dupla stepping to the plate, the designated hitter. And he has shown to be a dangerous hitter. Tip of the cap to League City. Of course, they energize themselves with Voodoo Donuts. Got to say something extra nice about these guys. A lot of fun to kid around with, too. 1 out, bases are loaded. Fouled away. Count goes to 0-1, so a good battle already. First ball swinging. Dupla saw green light on that pitch. It was a fastball. Looking to drive it here with 1 strike. On deck is Alec Lamar. Bases are loaded. League City is threatening here. It is the top half of the 4th inning. That's popped up. It's going to be either the first baseman or the catcher. It's going to be the first baseman and makes the catch in foul territory. A big second out. So Dupla getting underneath that one. And now instead of a fly ball, a base hit will be needed to score a run. Of course, if they pull it down the line, clearly 2 runs could score. And as I look around the base paths, there is plenty of speed. At second base, first base, and third base, you could see potentially 2 runs score. We'll see how aggressive League City is today on the base paths. 2 outs. Lamar looking for an opportunity to get his team back in this game. First pitch taken on the outside corner for a strike. And it's 0-1. Good live fastball by Travis Morgan. So far in the ball game, as we mentioned, Morgan coming into this inning with 28 pitches, 58 for Tyler Zarella for League City. Next pitch is going to be hit to Morgan, just going to take it himself and gets the final out. That was a huge inning for Petaluma, avoiding a dagger, literally, with bases loaded. And stranding 3 is League City. So after 3.5 in the books, 2-0 Petaluma. Bottom half of the fourth inning, Petaluma stepping to the plate. Good to have you along here from Denver. It is the semifinal between League City, Texas, in the field in red, and of course the Petaluma, California team in their navy blue. 1 ball and no strikes. Zarella in the ball game still with 58 pitches. Really getting much more effective. Ball hit to left field. Left fielder ranges over and makes the catch for the first out. Mike Ray, Warren Ray, and Nick RCO. Sorry about that, Nick. Good to have you along from Denver, Regency Athletic Complex. So it's going to be Cam Downing stepping to the plate, the catcher stepping in, of course, on the fill-in for Oscar McCauley. Again, with the high altitude here and also the warm weather, it may have had something to do with McCauley taking a seat here in this ball game. 1 ball and no strikes. Zarella delivers. Nice fastball, painting the black. Count evens at 1-1. So really a golden opportunity by League City with bases loaded with 1 out and not able to get him across. Hitting Downing, so he's going to travel to first. And with a 1 out runner, literally, wearing it right on the number 8. And another opportunity here for Petaluma. So Chris LaFour, the left fielder, looking to get this one going and get the momentum, get the wheels rolling. Downing on first. Of course, holding the runner with the fake snap throw is League City. Generally, catchers are not known for a whole lot of speed, but I've been amazed at what I have seen in this tournament. Some of the speed of the catchers, really surprising, besides having good arms and also the ability to hit as well as run. 1 ball and no strikes. Ooh, nice defensive play by Alec Lamar at first base, going high to get that one and preventing the runner for advancing. 1 ball and no strikes. Missing. Count goes to 2-0 with 1 out. Infield going to be playing up, looking to get that double play and get out quickly. Saw some great double plays yesterday, making a huge difference in the ball game. Fouled away. Count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Semi-final game. Yeah, it's hard to believe we're down to the final 2 games today and then championship Sunday. We'll kind of paint the picture of what it could look like. Las Vegas, of course, is undefeated. But basically, they're automatically in, waved at for strike. Count goes to 2-2. But in actuality, Las Vegas, if they were to lose today to the Firebirds at 7 o'clock, they are undefeated. So technically, they're going to be in the game anyways. They're the only undefeated team playing today. Throw to second. Will it be in time? Oh, yeah, plenty of time. Gets them. So a very good snap throw by Leo Lopez. You could see that pop-up time had to be at least 2 or under to be able to get it there. And very importantly, there's 2 outs. So Zarella getting a little help from his friends, and there's 2 outs. That's hit. We'll see if it drops, and dropped by the left fielder. So it's a 2-out single. How important was that throw to second? That could prevent a run here by Petaluma. But as I was saying, Las Vegas, of course, the team of record with no defeats. If they were to lose today, they're going to automatically be in. And then it would be potentially one of these 2 teams or Arizona. I know it sounds a little confusing, and it would be an extra game tomorrow. So tonight's game, very important because one of these teams could extend even by losing today. I know it's a little confusing. So there's 2 outs, runner at first. Zarella delivers. That's hit to center field. Center fielder going back about 8 steps will make the catch for the final out. So it really didn't make any difference there. So after 4 complete, it's 2-0 California. So it's going to be Leo Lopez to lead it off here for League City. We're in the top half of the 5th inning here from Denver. Semifinal game here, Region A Tournament Baseball. Mike Ray, Warren Ray, and Nick Arcio bringing it to you. 5 hits in the ball game here so far for California on 2 runs, 4 hits for League City, and no runs. So Leo Lopez, who's caught 2 of the last games, doing a good job behind the plate, clearly has a very good arm, as it was displayed earlier on the throw to second, getting the runner. Also a very good hitter, and of course they have a very good fielder, meaning catcher, in Josh Blankenship, fouled away. Count still remains at 1-2. You know, you look at the size of these catchers, some of them, and I'm going to call out basically Cam Downing here for Petaluma, and he looks like he could be playing college ball right now. Fouled away. Count still remains at 1-2. So Downing, who is clearly at least 6 feet, maybe 6'1", has good college size already. I'm guessing over 200 pounds. And it's solid. Could play some football, too. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out. We're in the top half of the 5th inning. Curveball got him swinging for strike 3, and there's 1 out. Actually, 2 outs. Good day for iced coffee. Hot coffee, of course, that is one of my addictions in this world, besides baseball. Okay, we'll throw music in there, too, in Voodoo Donuts. There's 1 out. Morgan, ground ball to the shortstop, will come up firing, and they get him in time. Quickly 2 outs. So Morgan, very efficient here this afternoon. Keep in mind some good IQ plays. Of course, we saw that play earlier where they got the lead runner at third and prevented a scoring effort by League City. Of course, it looked like League City was ready to wind it up with bases loaded. This is game 1 of 2 here on Rad Sports. Coming up next at the 7 o'clock game will be Las Vegas and Arizona. That's hit deep to center field. Center fielder going back a couple of steps short of the track and draws it in for the final out. So after 4.5 in the books, guess who? Petaluma on top. We'll be right back. Bottom half of the fifth inning, and it's Porter Slate to lead it off. For California, welcome to Denver. In case you're just tuning in, this is Region A Tournament semifinal baseball. Count goes to 1-1 against Slate. Zarella now in the ball game with 72 pitches as he enters into the bottom half of the fifth inning. Curveball missing. Count goes to 2-1. Special shout out going to Uncle Julian. Yeah, Uncle Julian watching today from Petaluma. Good to have you along, watching us here on Rad Sports. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Zarella starting to get into the groove. You can see a lot different pitcher than earlier. We'll give you a rundown here in the first inning. It was Petaluma, of course, scoring in the bottom half of the first inning and at 1 run. And then in the second inning, 1 run. That's hit, popped up. High sky. It looks like Zarella is going to get it. Makes the catch, but drops it. Wow, that was hopefully not a big drop. We'll see. So a runner at first on the bobbled ball. And an opportunity here for Petaluma. Infield will play up, of course, looking double play. Mike Ray, Warren Ray, Nick Arcio bringing it to you. We're in the bottom half of the fifth inning. We're going 7. High chopper to the shortstop. Going to be a tough play at second. They get him in time and barely on the force. Good play to get the lead runner here for League City. Joe Villarreal turning it very quickly because the runner had a very good jump for California. 2 down. The way that Petaluma has been hitting the doubles would not be out of the realm here of Blankenship. Taking a strike on the outside corner. Zarella delivers low for a ball, and they see if he swung. He did not. Count goes to 1-1. So a good play by Villarreal to get the force and get that lead runner. Try to slow down any type of scoring effort here by Petaluma. Low again. So Lopez knocking that one down. Count goes to 2-1. Bria sounded the belt and decides to go to first instead. Got to keep those runners honest. They're very quick here for Petaluma. Really, we've not seen too many slow runners for any of the teams. You get to this level and you got a lot of athletes. Hit to the third baseman, goes to the short way, gets 1. But they get the force at second. The scoreboard says 3 outs, but there's actually 2 outs. So trying to turn the double, but effectively getting the lead runner here is League City on the last 2 outs at second. That's the beauty of having a quick infield, meaning the turf infield. It gets it to that infielder quickly so he can quickly get it to the bag. And, of course, when you have runners as fast as Petaluma, you need that little extra edge to try to get them. May not have got them if it was on natural turf. 0-1 pitch on the way, and that's fouled away. Count goes quickly to 0-2. May Hendren, the designated hitter, looking to extend this inning. We're in the bottom half of the fifth inning. We are going 7. Semifinal game here in Denver. There goes the runner. Hit to left field. Left fielder first went back, comes up a few steps, and makes the catch for the final out. So after 5 in the books, Petaluma with a 2-0 lead. We'll be right back. Joe Villarreal leading it off in the top half of the sixth inning. We are going 7, down by 2 is League City, and only really in the hit count, only behind by 1. It's 4 hits, hit sharply down the left field line, and they call that foul. You could see some wishful thinking here by the coach, third base coach here for League City, trying to give the preliminary signal that it was fair, but it was called foul. Count goes to 0-1. So Villarreal followed by Postum, and then it's Blankenship for League City, Texas. League City, of course, the sponsoring post is Post 554. Want to say hello to the good folks at Post 554 in Texas. Curveball, catching him on the inside corner at the knees. Count goes to 0-2. Some very good pitching that we're seeing here by Morgan. A lot of these players that we have covered here in these last few days are already heading off to college. We've had a chance to talk to a lot of them. Of course, really, this is a tune-up, and a lot of them will be heading to their respective schools right after this tournament. We saw that with Greeley Gojos. High chopper to the third baseman deep, not able to get the handle on it. So a runner on first with nobody out. We'll see if that makes a difference here, not able to get the handle on it. Was Joe Lampe. Lampe, of course, has played a solid shortstop here this afternoon. Playing deep, obviously, into short left. So nobody out, runner at first. Opportunity here for League City to get it rolling. Plenty of time here. You got to be careful with these batters. So Poston, who hit into a double play earlier, taking a strike, and the count evens at 1-1. Josh Blankenship on deck. We'll see if Downing is tested here with the arm, see if they send him, meaning the runner. Going to be a little bit low. Count goes to 2-1. Beautiful day here in Denver. Slight breeze. Of course, you can see in the cameras a lot of construction around here. We're guessing that in right field, that's going to be part of the campus here. On the left side, more housing. It's just growing so much here. In the turf, count goes to 3-1. Of course, Colorado has been in a boom lately in the last, say, 5 to 8 years. Housing market, if you're a realtor, you love it here. Up and down the Front Range. 3-1. Missing, and he walks him. So nobody out, runners at first and second. Good opportunity here for League City to get back in this. They're only down by 2 runs. Little discussion on the mound. Of course, Travis Morgan, very effective. Only 52 pitches coming into this inning. So I have a feeling it's not so much that he's tired. They're going to talk more strategy with him because he still looks like he has plenty of stuff. So in the ball game, as we mentioned, it's 5 hits and 2 runs for League City and 4 hits and no runs. Error-wise, oddly enough, 2 errors here for Petaluma and only 1 error here for League City, but they're down by 2 runs. So Blankenship, who is a tough out, this should be interesting. I could see why there was a discussion on Blankenship. You give one up here, and they've got the lead. Meaning out of the park, and he can send one. So Morgan, who's been very effective at keeping balls low, literally, you've seen a lot of balls in the turf. That's where you want them to miss. And interestingly enough, as you see some of these pitchers that are heading off to college, really getting tested by the talent that has been in this tournament. That's hit up the middle, and that's off the leg. That's going to be a base hit. They're going to wave him in because of the ball being so slow in right field, and there's 1 run in now for League City We're in the top half of the 6th inning, so a hot shot literally off the leg of Morgan ricocheting into right field. And because of the speed of the ball being slowed down by the leg of Morgan, allowed the runner from second to score. So runner at the corners, and guess what? Nobody out. Drew Shaver stepping to the plate. Shaver has a double in the ball game already. High chopper down the third base line. That's going to be fair. There's the throw to first. Not able to get it. Bases are loaded. So they always say get the ball in play. And that was a tough play because of the speed of the ball and the location. Looked actually like a very good bunt. So nobody out, bases are loaded, and it's Dupla stepping to the plate. So Morgan getting touched up, it's all even in hits-wise, 5 apiece. Morgan delivers, that's hit up the middle, that's going to be a base hit. So 1 run will score. We'll see if they send the runner from second. Here comes the runner. And League City now on top, still nobody out. You can see Blankenship sliding head first with the second run, and now it's a 3-2 ball game, and it's League City on top. Alec Lamar, still nobody out, so, and there's a runner on second. You know, it would be a tough decision to try to pull Morgan, who was breezing coming into the 6th inning, and a low pitch count. Three to 2 ball game, and heading over quickly to the bullpen, we see a relief pitcher running over to get warmed up here for Petaluma. So Lamar now with nobody out. Runners at first and second, hit a hot shot to the third baseman, goes the short way, going to try to turn 2, and they get him. Wow, that was a huge play by Petaluma to get the double and try to prevent any more scoring, because the 3 spot put up in this inning so far by League City. So it's going to be the catcher, Leo Lopez, looking to try to add a little more here for League City. Maybe those voodoo donuts energized them. Of course, their competitive spirit really is what it is. Hit, and it's a hot shot. Morgan not able to hold on to it. Tries to get him at first, and he's safe. So another run scores for League City on that hot shot. Literally, it hit Morgan's glove, and as he turned and spun to throw, it came out of the glove all in one motion, and not able to get the ball there in time to get the out. So it's a 4-2 ball game, League City. 2 outs, runner at first. That's going to be hit to the shortstop. This should be an easy play. There's the throw, and gets the final out. But the damage is done here in the top half of the 6th inning. 6 hits and 4 runs for League City. They've got the lead. 5 hits and 2 runs for Petaluma. Going to be Bradley Smith to lead it off in the bottom half of the 6th inning for Petaluma, followed by Kempton Brandis, and then it's Downing and popping it up to the second baseman for the first out. And of course, Cam Downing will be on deck. So Zarella, you think about the battling that he has done here for League City. Really looked like he was not long for this ball game, just hanging in there, battling, and now he's breezing. I wouldn't say breezing, but ahead by 2. First pitch going to be a little bit high. Zarella heading towards the 80 pitch mark here in the ball game. Bottom half of the 6th inning, we are going 7. Inside, count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. Region A Tournament Baseball here from Denver. Good to have you along wherever you're watching. This is game 1 of the semis. Hit foul, count goes to 2-1. But this shows you a lot of the competitive spirit of both of these teams. Do not count out California. They have some very live bats. In the ball game, 3 errors so far by California. A little bit low, count goes to 3-1. And 1 error so far here for League City. But a very timely double play, of course, making the difference in the last inning to try to shut that one down. Count goes full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. League City now with 6 hits in the ball game. Zarella winds up and walks him. So an opportunity here for California. This is the bottom of the 6th. It's going to be Cam Downing. With his size, I'm sure he can send one, at least up the gaps anyways. So Zarella got to be careful here because he has served up a couple of doubles. They would love to get one out of here, any of these teams. Of course, we've not seen any home runs this year. Check swing, that's going to be down the first base line, and it's foul. Count goes to 0-1. Mike Ray, Nick Arcio, Warren Ray bringing it to you. Beautiful Regency Athletic Complex here at the campus of Metropolitan State University. This area literally shares between 3 campuses, very efficient. You can go to the Community College of Denver, CU Denver, of course, which the home site really is out of Boulder, but you have the CU campus, home of the Buffaloes. You're probably familiar with them football-wise and basketball-wise. They do not have a baseball team, oddly enough. And then, of course, it's Metro State. 0-1 pitch. At the knees, painting the black, and it's now 0-2. Very impressed, Zarella, with that short memory, just battling right back. 2-run lead here. We're in the bottom half of the 6th inning. There's the curveball, slow roller. Going to go the short way, bobbled at second. And you could see the throw was a little bit errant by Zarella. So the second baseman having trouble getting a hold of it, and the runners are safe, runners at first and second, with 1 out. Chris LaFour, golden opportunity here. We're going to see a discussion very quickly coming out to talk to Zarella. That should have been an easy play at second, and the throw was low. I would be a little surprised if they pulled Zarella. His pitch counts in the low 80s at this point. Of course, they can go 105. But again, keep in mind, strategy-wise, you have to save arms potentially for tomorrow on Championship Sunday. And if Las Vegas loses, there could be another playoff game to determine who plays against Las Vegas. 1 out, runners at first and second. LaFleur with a great opportunity. And it's Joe Lampe to lead it off. Important time here. Force is at third. Fastball for a strike, and it's 0-1. Timeout called by LaFleur. Little cat and mouse trying to get into the head a little bit here of Tyler Zarella. Get the rhythm off a little bit. 0-1 pitch. Good location, and it's now 0-2. So Zarella was not thrown at all by that last second timeout. Good idea, though. 0-2 pitch. There's the slider missing outside. Trying to tease him. Count goes to 1-2. We've seen some very good pitching, of course, yesterday afternoon. Mario Barajando really mixing speeds, looking like Valenzuela. Swung on and missed for a strike, and he strikes him out. There's 2 outs. So this is a very important at-bat here for Petaluma. Petaluma really needing to get something going here. At least one, Joe Lampe hit a double the last time he was up. Very quick bat. Outside, ball 1. And plenty of speed on second for Petaluma. Could score him here on a base hit. It's going to be a 3-hopper to the second baseman, and they get the final out. So a missed opportunity here by Petaluma. And after 6 in the books, as we go 7, it is 4-2 League City. Top half of the 7th inning. I laugh a little bit. Wally Weld having a little trouble with the names here this afternoon. He's our stadium announcer. I will tell you who it is. It's going to be Jonathan McKay leading it off, Joe Villarreal, and Garrett Poston here for League City, sitting on top by 2 runs. Good to have you along here from Denver. Of course, it is Region 8 Tournament Baseball semifinals. Battling back in the last inning was League City, putting up a 4 spot now with 6 hits in the ball game, 2 errors. And in the ball game here for Petaluma, California, replacing Travis Morgan, who pitched a very good ball game, is Zeke Rockley, number 14. His chore is very obvious: slow down the bats of League City. Give his bats a chance to get back in this one. First pitch, slider low, waved at for a strike, and it's 0-1. Mike Ray, Nick Arcio, Warren Ray bringing it to. Good to have you along. This is game 1. Popped up, fouled away. Count goes to 0-2. McKay will battle you, and this ought to be interesting because they've not seen Rockley, and Rockley comes almost three-quarter sidearm with his delivery. Makes it a little bit harder to pick up on the pitch. Nobody out. 0-2 pitch, sidearmer missing outside. Count goes to 1-2. So naturally, when you see more of a three-quarter sidearmer come in, you will see a tail as well. And that's where it gets deceptive, not only picking it up, but if he goes with the slider, waved at for strike three. Good pitching. Rockley doing his job with the strikeout. So it's going to be Joe Villarreal stepping to the plate, followed by Garrett Poston. One out. We're in the top half of the seventh inning. Of course, that pitch is hit deep, but ranging back, going to be short of the track, and there's one down. 2 outs quickly here, doing a very good job and working quickly is Zeke Rockley here for Petaluma, not wasting any time, getting the strikeout and the flyout. Garrett Poston, the shortstop, looking to try to get a 2-out rally here for our friends here from League City. First pitch taken for a strike in the outside corner, and it's 0-1. I can safely say that a lot of the folks that we've run into, I can call them friends. Everybody's so friendly here in this tournament. 0-1 pitch, missing outside. Count goes to 1-1. Yes. I don't know if you recall, if you've been watching. I know you from Petaluma, California aren't aware of this. We'll give you a little story here momentarily. 1-1 pitch. That's hit up the middle, base hit. So Poston got that one up a little bit and just went right with the pitch. And he's standing on first with 2 outs. Josh Blankenship, very important here for Josh. If they want to put more pressure on Petaluma and try to rock a little bit, Zeke Rockley. This is another very good contact hitter here for League City. But the story is, we've been alluding to and talking about Voodoo Donuts. Well, the first day when we came in on opening day, we literally had 2 buckets full delivered from Voodoo Donuts. Now, if you've never had one of those donuts, I still see some Voodoo Donut soup here, literally next to me here with the president here from Calv, Lynn Peterson. But literally, we're talking about 100 donuts. I'm not exaggerating there. And these are really decadent. The word decadent really comes into play here with these donuts. I mean, really, you have to have something to drink to eat with them. It's very difficult to not do that. So runner at first, there's 1 strike. I'll tell you more in just a moment. Rockley set at the belt, delivers that sidearmer, hits Blankenship. He'll be awarded first base. So trying to get him on the inside corner, hits him with that 3/4 sidearm delivery. And League City here with an opportunity with runners at first and second. Shaver, of course, hit a double as well earlier. Part of the party that scored and put 4 on in the 6th inning on the board. So anyway, so we get this, literally these 2 buckets of donuts. And of course, I like to talk to players and I like to interview players and coaches. And so once they knew Voodoo was around, we had a number of volunteers wanting to come over knowing that they would get a donut. So last night, as I mentioned earlier in the webcast, we saw teams coming in late after 11 o'clock with boxes, literally boxes of Voodoo Donuts. League City being one of them. And of course, they've got the 2-run lead, so maybe there's some kind of correlation there. First pitch taken for a ball, and it's now 1-0. 2 outs, golden opportunity here for League City to put more pressure on. They're up by 2. 4-2 ball game. Denver, Colorado, semifinal game. 1-0 pitch, waved at. Count goes to 1-1. So a big swing, and understandably, Drew Shaver has a very quick bat, also has some good wheels. He pulls one down the line, and we could see one, maybe 2 runs scored. So Zeke Rockley, who came in and got the strikeout and then the flyout, then the base hit, hits another batter. That's 2 batters hit in a row, and the bases are loaded. So it's going to be Cordell Brooks Dupla coming to the plate. You know, you look at these lineups and you see players like Dupla and Shaver and Lamar and Lopez in the lower end of the lineup, but sometimes they tend to be the more dangerous batters. And you wonder sometimes if it's almost like softball rules where you put some of your more better contact hitters towards the end of the lineup. First pitch fouled away. Count goes to 0-1. The obvious example is what we saw earlier with Shaver and of course, Blankenship. 2 outs, there's 1 strike on Dupla. Rockley delivers. It's going to be hit to the hole. This will be a difficult play, but they get the force at second. And that was a close play at second. And for Petaluma, an important play, because if that would have been tied, another run would have crossed the plate. So after 6.5 in the books, it is League City on top, 4-2. We'll be right back. So coming into the ball game, we're in the bottom half of the 7th inning, and really this is do or die here for Petaluma. We have Joe Villarreal stepping in. Of course, Villarreal started at second base, now coming in relief here for League City. So a little shifting of talent here, and we'll see what the outcome is. Of course, Petaluma needing 2 runs to stay in this one. You can hear the cheering coming on from the Petaluma dugout. Really only down by 2 runs and 2 hits. Next pitch, ball 2. You can hear. We'll turn up the microphone so you can hear a little bit. Trying to get their team energized. Catching at the knees on the outside corner. Count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Again, really, it's been a lot of fun saying hello to a lot of the viewers in California and, of course, in Texas. Fouled away. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Denver, Colorado, good to have you along. Semifinal here of the Region 8 tournament. Winner goes to Championship Sunday. That's hit hard to the left fielder. Left fielder ranges over, makes the catch for the first out. Of course, the winner of this tournament then will travel to Shelby, North Carolina. There are 8 regions that are playing off all this week throughout the U.S. Some more numbers here for you. 82,000 players play every year in American Legion Baseball. Pierre Doral delivers inside for a ball, and it's now 1-0. Logan Douglas stepping to the plate, looking to get something going here. Do or die inning. Next pitch taken for a strike on the outside corner. Count goes to 1-1. But the big tournament is Shelby is really an event. Hit to the shortstop. Going to come up firing, and they get the second out. So Villarreal doing the Greg Maddux impersonation, getting the ground out, and quickly 2 outs here in the 7th inning. So Nick Andrikin stepping to the plate. Number 4 spot. Little chin music, dips out of the way. Count goes to 0-1. It's one thing to take one in your back. It's another one in your chin. A lot different. You're going to think twice about taking one on the chin. Ball misses low. Count goes to 1-1. Villarreal working quickly, missing outside. Count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Really not giving a whole lot of time here for Andrikin to think. He's just coming out and firing. Fastball hitting the outside corner. Count goes to 3-1. So Lake City trying to take it home here. Walking Andrikin, and it's going to be May Hedren stepping up to the plate. So good selective hitting by Nick. It's going to be actually, check that, Bradley Smith stepping to the plate. A little change in the lineup here. 2-out rally. How many times have we seen teams come back in this? Missing inside on the fastball. Little dance here by Smith to get out of the way. Count goes to 1-0. That's one of those times it's really tempting to take one for the team, but rules say that you have to give some kind of effort to get out of the way. Missing low, count goes to 2 balls and no strike. A little bit of a drought here, pitch-wise for Villarreal as of the last 4 pitches. Trying to find that strike zone. Outside on the outside corner. Count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. So good. Coming right back is Villarreal. Infield playing up, looking to get that ground out. Next pitch fouled away. Count goes to 2-2. Playing second base was the pitcher yesterday, Garrick Leflam. Really good pitcher. That's hit. Hot shot to the shortstop. Comes up firing. Is that it? And he's safe. So you could see the stretch being made by Alec Lamar. Just could not keep his feet down to get the out. In business with 2 outs is Petaluma, California. See, yep, looks like there may be a little bit of a discussion here. Runners at first and second. Going to be Bradley Smith taking a ball, and it's 1-0. Just making sure the count there. Smith lining out earlier, takes a strike on the outside corner, evens it at 1-1. So Villarreal, who came in trying to work it fast, now being a little bit more deliberate. Gonna miss low, count goes to 2-1. So this is a team that can pull it down the line. We've already seen a number of doubles here by Petaluma. Potentially a double here could score not 1, but 2 runs. Painting the black on the outside corner, good location. Count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Villarreal challenging the batter. First inside, then outside. There it is, that's hit. It goes to the center fielder. This should be the final out, and it is. So a great comeback victory here by League City. And again, keep in mind, going into the 6th inning was down 2-0, and it looked like Petaluma was breezing, especially with Morgan doing such a good job of location, and then put up a big 4 spot and end up winning this ball game with 7 hits and 4 runs. And for Petaluma, it's 4 hits and 2 runs and very good efforts. So really, congratulations to both teams. Petaluma doing a terrific job And of course, we'll have to head home. But of course, they said they've really enjoyed their time here in Denver, seeing not only some of the locations, but hopefully we'll see them around here for the championship game. So that's the end of game one, and it's going to be League City that moves on tomorrow for the championship game. Of course, 2 years ago, we saw League City advancing deep. So we will see a return visit here by League City tomorrow. Game time will be at noon, and the second game will come up here at 7 o'clock. They're very good about honoring the times, and that will be at Las Vegas. That will play against the Arizona Tucson Firebirds. So, again, for my staff here, a great job. Thanks, Nick's RCO, for filling in this afternoon. And, of course, Warren Ray doing a terrific job on camera. I'm Mike Ray. We'll see you here shortly for Game 2.